Being an older lady, like, you just dealing with dating guys, you like, no, it ain't gonna be no long-term nothing coming from it.
I don't care about what society is putting time on. You not gonna rule my life?
Then you waited all day. You could have started that a long time ago.
Yeah, but what kind of person am I to let anybody rule what time I'm doing anything? When else choose what time that is?
When you get older, like, it's not a desperation to like
I don't have a
find
desperation.
life partner.
I can't.
See, this is the thing about women. Like, when they start getting older and they don't have that relationship, they start getting more depressed.
That's actually not
Like,
true, because
no,
statistically, women who are unmarried and single are happier, and men who are unmarried and single are more depressed. This is a statistic done by Harvard study. The women.
If you tell me one more thing about a goddamn Harvard study.
The women. Yeah.
And it's a waste of mental, like,
I get it. Yeah. I felt that before.
You probably feel like that now too, huh?
Not now, but I've definitely felt that before. Like
Why not now?
What do you mean?
I mean, you probably feel like that, like being an older lady, like, you just dealing with dating guys, you like, no, it ain't gonna be no long-term nothing coming from it.
Oh, well, I haven't.
Because time is running out for you. So
time is not going nowhere for me. I'm good. So I'm the one who, I don't go off of societal what time something has to be. A lot of people, they met those marks by me. Oh, I'm gonna marry someone. I'm gonna do it, and they're miserable, and they're divorced, and they're unhappy, and they don't have a strong relationship. I don't care about what society is putting time on. You not gonna rule my life? What kind of person am I to let anybody rule what time I'm doing anything? Are you paid? Like, what? Like,
anytime he bring up age and like she don't have a lot of time, she gets so butthurt and out of character. She literally just goes off the deep end every single time.
I wake up in the morning. Do someone else choose what time that is?
When you get older, like, it's not a desperation to like
I don't have a desperation. I can't. For people, maybe.
You don't think that's a thing though? Like, when
I do.
women and
I
men
think
get
it's a
older,
thing.
like, to find, like, before I stop looking a certain way or stop being a certain way or stop, and then they just become. See, this is the thing about women. Like, when they start getting older and they don't have that relationship, they start getting more depressed. I started noticing in that.
That's actually not true, because statistically, women who are unmarried and single are happier, and men who are unmarried and single are more depressed. This is a statistic done by Harvard study. The women.
If you tell me one more thing about a goddamn Harvard study.
The women. Like,
they didn't put up 100 human beings.
No, they
and
did.
say, all right, live here until you're like 70, and we're gonna see if you're gonna, and then write some down, like, oh, he's depressed.
Because men need more from women when it comes to when they get older, emotionally.
I don't go by Harvard studies.
I think both are in a. They say men have a lonely epidemic. They say women are depressed as well. I'll say this: if women are happier, it's because they really never single. A chick always got a guy in the corner doing something, whether he for gas, dinner dates, fixing things, coming over just to help out, just to cuddle or whatnot. She don't have to be dating them or effing them. Now with guys, when guys become lonely, yes, we are truly lonely, because if we don't have any chicks around us, we gotta do guy things.
Let me tell you something. Women are now more happy being single, but I understand what you're saying, where society puts a time clock on women and men of, like, especially women. Oh, you need to be married by this time. Why aren't you married? Why don't you have kids? Why aren't you this? Like, you even said before, like, oh, if you're over this age and you don't have a kid, there's something wrong with you.
I never said that.
You said that. So
why you be throwing words in my mouth?
Put it in
something
here.
wrong with
Paul
you?
might have said that.
Something's wrong with you.
Yeah, you know what it is? You.
No, I never
You're
said.
everything that's wrong with me. So anyways.
I didn't say
you did.
wrong with you.
You said that. You said that.
No, I just say that, like, you.
You said
I
there's
think
something,
a woman,
and they have a level of desperation.
I think Paul did say if a chick doesn't have a kid by a certain age, it is strange. If she's up 35 plus, why has nobody taken you off the market? You might be a red flag.
No, I think those women like that, they just overthink it.
Or have you ever considered that maybe they were pregnant and they were with someone who said, I don't want to have a kid right now, and it was their partner? Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about women who decided not to have children and have abortions because they felt like they didn't want to be in a situation that was fucked up? And even though they were doing everything right and they were with a partner that they love, but unfortunately they couldn't, Like, there's a lot of situations in which that happens. So you can't sit there and judge anybody because you don't know what storm God has asked them to walk through. You could not sit here and put anything on anybody's life, because at the end of the day, someone should tell me I should be married and I should have a kid. But half of the people that I know married and had a kid on the time that society said we should are not with that person, and are in a broken family, and are co-parenting, and are alone. And now they have to raise a kid, and also hopefully they can find a partner that they want and bring a partner into a situation where they already have all this excess baggage.
Azar definitely got triggered from the age comment. Paul Pierce knows how to get under her skin. I'm just being honest.
So at the end of the day, I'm grateful that I'm my age and I don't have excess baggage. I don't have a baby daddy I have to deal with in a co-parenting situation. And luckily, someone who comes in my life doesn't have to deal with that. They can get someone who don't have all of that going on. And I can actually have a real chance at meeting someone that I can have a real family with not have all this broken that I've created because I was young and I didn't really know what I wanted. And I was young and I was trying to beat some biological clock.
Hold up. You always create baggage and trauma. You might not look at it as bad baggage or bad trauma, but guess what? You not being in a situation, your experiences have gotten you to where you're at. So you still have to consider that. Now, whether you've had good ones or bad experiences, it's definitely going to shape you to be who you are. And you'll avoid situations because you feel like you know your worth. But guess what? You might overvalue your worth to where you get in situations, or you avoid them, and those might be the ones you need to be in. So we have to be careful of that too.
Know what you wanted, and stuff happens.
Yeah, so it happens. But you can't judge anybody's walk or their path. You can't say this person was better.
Because you can have you can get the situation you want and then have the breakup.
Exactly.
And then you waited all day. You could have started that a long time ago.
Yeah, but the thing is what I'm trying to say is I'm not judging that. You are. You're saying that this person, this people who did this were better. Why are women over 30 or women over 30 don't have this, or men over 30 they're this? You're saying that these people are better because they made this decision, right? I'm saying I don't feel that way. I feel like everyone has a certain walk and path that they decide. There's decisions that I've made till this day that was not getting married to someone or not having a baby. These are the decisions that I have made to be where I am here. I don't think I'm better than anyone, and I don't think that they're better than me because they decided to be married, whether it was happy or not.
Hold on, but you got to worry about the regret part. You got some people like that who had abortions early on, and it eliminated their chances of having a child. So your choices do matter. You might feel like you might avoid certain situations, but sometimes it's okay to get into them situations. Sometimes it's good to get married early. Sometimes it's good to, go ahead and get that experience out the way. Because when you get older, you might regret and say you never had it.
Any regrets?
I don't have regrets. No, I feel like everything that I've done so far, like I'm okay with, like I do feel like at the end of the day,
it's therapy.
Everything I did was to get me to where I am right now. So I'm the person I am and the woman I am because of what I was, God had me walk through. So yeah, I don't feel like anyone is better. And I feel like for women out there that feel like they have to, because men always, and people, you should be married, you should have this, why are you single, why are you single, why are you single? Because I want to be, because I feel good about it. I have been blessed because I really have not been single like that. And I just feel like even in those moments, maybe I should have spent my 20s single and not in these booed up relationships my whole life. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I think that you just have to go through what you go through, and don't let society or a man or any woman or anybody tell you that you need to do something differently. That's it. But
if you want the outcome later on in the future, you probably need to consider doing it when you want to do it, opposed to not doing it, getting older and regretting that you never did. You heard Paul say, do you have any regrets? He didn't say that for any reason. I said regret like 2 to 3 times. The conversation was leading into that because that's just how you sounded, Azar. You sound a place of regret and a little bit of hurt, and then kind of compensating for it. Granted, yeah, you living your part of your life, you feeling good, you doing things the whole nine, but don't get me wrong, that thought is always in the back of your head.
I don't like that.
Are you pissed right now?
I'm not pissed. I feel like people always think I'm pissed because I'm passionate. I talk with passion.
Okay.
I'm not pissed off at anything. I just want people to feel that, because every woman that sat here in this chair and came on here, they say the same thing. People weaponize singleness for women. Why are you single? There's something wrong with you. People do that to women all the time, but they don't do it to men. They praise men who are single. Oh, you're smart, you're not married. You're smart, you're not this. You're smart, you're not. But then women are like, why are you single? Well, because I don't want to be with the man who's smart for being single. Like, because I want to be with someone who I actually am in alignment with, you know? And right now I might not have that. Like, that's why. Like, so I feel like people, you know,
cope.
Whatever.
This
so
is cope.
I just don't want people to always feel like being single is a weapon, you know? Like, it's not, you know? Even though I have not been single a lot in my lifetime, but I know a lot of women who feel like that's like a weapon form against them. Like when Kendra G was on our podcast, you see
she said that.
And every comment on our thing is like, you're not married, you're single, you're old and single. Like they're telling her that every day. And it's like, okay, like, so what? And y'all men are probably single or very unhappy in your relationship, miserable, hater, never loved her like Brian McKnight, never was in love.
That's crazy.
So it's like, whatever. Like they'll praise someone in an abusive, toxic relationship and be like, wow, they're married, but they're probably getting their ass beat every night.
So no, we going off of all the people that's out there complaining, because you got a lot of women that definitely complain about it. The guys who complain about being single, they do wish they can get in a relationship, but the day market right now for them is looking very lopsided. They're not able to get the girl they want because the girl that they want don't want them. So that's why a lot of men are going to have to probably suffer alone until they possibly build themselves up to a certain degree where they can play the game a little bit better, because right now it's definitely a game out there. And when it comes down to the women being depressed, we're saying, why y'all depressed? Because y'all got all the options. Y'all got the value up front. There's no reason why you should be depressed as a woman, because you can get what you want, unless you waited too long. Now you hit that wall part of your life, and then now you can't receive the exact same attention that you used to at one point. Now your life is chaotic because reality's hitting you now. See, that's how the game is set up.
All right, let me ask you this. As you get older, and you said that you don't feel like time is running out. Yeah. But like, when you start dating, and if like what's the timeline to know, like, I know I'm gonna be with this person? Or are you more like, say, quick to like say let's be together? Or it's like,
no, I'm not quick to say let's be together, but I will say that I haven't dated a lot in my life. But I feel like when I meet someone and it's a connection, like I'll know immediately if like, oh, I could be fucking
first date.
Yeah, I could know very quickly, energetically, like, oh, I could mess with this person, or I could really rock with this person long term. And like, you know, we both feel that connection, and it's like, okay, like, you want to do this, or you want to, like, what are we doing, or whatever the case is, you know?
Have you ever dated somebody and then y'all been dating so long, you'd be like, all right, so what are we?
I never had to go through that.
No.
But I know a lot of women who went through that. You know what I mean?
Like are we, like, what's going on?
Yeah, but because I have a strong belief, if I have to ask what are we,
or what's going on,
we're not nothing. Because I feel like if a man wants to be with you, he's going to be like, we're together. Like, that's the situation I've had. Like, you ain't got nobody else. Like, we're together. Make sure everybody knows, clean your shit up. Like,
no, remember we said this on the episode? If you dating a man for like 3-4 months and you ask him what's going on, you are officially some work.
Exactly. I agree. I think you're some work after that point.
You are officially the work. That's what
guys are really intentional. If guys really like you, guys will let it be known that, hey, we in a relationship. Now, I will say it's a weird, like, game that women and men play in the day's age of dating, to where it's like nobody don't want to be the first person to just come out and say they want something serious, because they don't want to look like the simp, I guess, or just look like, you know, soft or weak or whatnot. But definitely the guy always usually kind of, you know, if he's feeling you, he's definitely gonna put the first foot forward. And if he ain't saying that, you definitely is some work.
You are.
I think
so,
and
don't even know it.
And don't even know it. I think so too. I think your work, but I think a lot of women know, and I think that a lot of women like to stay in the gray area, because once you ask, you're gonna get the answer you know you don't want. So you just don't say nothing.
More women like being work than in relationships.
I don't think that's true, Paul.
That's true.
Where are you coming up with this?
More women love to be work than in a relationship.
That is so false.
That is not false.
Yo.
You think that women want to be somebody's sex toy?
I didn't say that.
Work is someone's sex toy, basically. I'm a sex doll.
That's not it.
Then what is it?
Work.
What is work? Define work.
Work.
You some work.
What is some work? You can't just say
somebody I just hang out with.
Yeah, no, women don't like that. That's why women are like,
There's
what are we?
Women
what
like
are
being
we?
at work. They do.
You don't think women are like, what are we? What are we doing?
Because
I think if a woman could get a relationship from the guy that she really liked, that's her like work, she would definitely appreciate that. But maybe he talking about the categories of women who kind of like, play with men and be in and out. Maybe the IG models or whatnot. They probably appreciate just being some work because they don't want to be locked down.
Most likely, you work to the man, but the woman look at the man probably like some work. You know what I'm saying?
And
it's women that like that.
I don't know. I feel like, I don't feel comfortable. Like, I've been in a situation before where I was dating somebody and he was very like, what are we? What are we? What are we? And, like we were just dating, like we weren't sexual, and like he was catching a lot of feelings and I felt really guilty. So I get what the game felt like. I felt like, oh my God, I know that I don't want to be with this man, but like also.
So I'm gonna take these dinners.
No, it wasn't the dinners. It was that, this is what it was. I'm gonna be honest. It was that he was such a nice guy. And everyone was like, oh my God, he's a nice guy. Like, he would never cheat on you. He would never this. He's handsome. He was like the perfect on paper, right? And wow. I was like, I know this and I should want this man. Like, I need to want him. I need to love him. Like, and I just literally couldn't do it. And I was like, oh my, and I was forcing myself, like, I have to try to like him because this is the man I should marry. This is the man I should be with. Like, he's so nice. And I don't want to be the woman where it's like, you don't like a nice man, because I do. But it was just something about him where I was like, I can't get into it. And like romance, I couldn't even mention something. And then the next day it's like, oh, here, like just everything, the thoughtful, the romance of this, everything was there, except the connection was there, not there. And I knew without the connection, I couldn't have a real relationship. So I would tell him like, look, I don't know. I would be very transparent and honest the whole time, because I was like, I don't know if this is what I want really. I don't feel it. And he would just force it, press it. And I'm like, finally, I was like, look, I feel so bad, but I can't get into it. Like, I'm sorry. And I know I broke his heart. Like, I felt so sick, but I was honest the whole time.
The more and more I sit across from you, I feel like I'm your therapist.
I know you're lying.
He really is.
I know you're lying. You're my therapist.
No, because I'm listening. I've listened to a lot of your stories, and I'm sitting here just hearing you out. And
okay, so what is your assessment? What do you think? What do you think I need as my therapist? What would you say that I need?
I'll write down a full evaluation for you and have it for you in the morning.
I appreciate that.
I'm going to leave it right there, man. That was funny. I think the last guy that she probably was, that guy that she potentially was with, see, it's going to be two parts to that. I think at one point in time when, the fathers were more marrying their daughters off, see, she would have got married to that guy. She would have had a choice. And she would have grew to love that guy. See, people can still grow to love people. The initial don't have to be on point always, to where it's like, it sparks every time we see each other, but love comes over time as people care and do for each other. Then you start appreciating that person on a different level. But like I said, I feel like we got so many options, and we kind of get sometimes people get real freaked out in society to where, man, people ain't making they overcomplicating things because they so goddamn freaked out. They freaky as hell. Everybody want to, get all they, find that person that could just match everything instantly. The sparks. But guess what? Them sparks, that's not realistic all the time. That's why you got a lot of broken relationships, because they think that they're going to instantly get that, everything, the whole package, and it just don't work like that. So he could have been the good guy that you let get away, that could have had you straight the whole nine. He cared. He seemed like he liked you more than you liked him. That's game for them to definitely go into that route. And for a guy, you want to get a girl that definitely like you more than you like her. Not saying it got to be said, but it'll definitely be felt, and you can definitely feel it. Now, has this woman feel regrets from being single? That's gonna be debatable because, like we said, she's living her life, probably living one of her best lives. She, around rich guys, doing podcasts the whole nine. But as the age goes up, certain things that she probably will regret or whatnot. She might not mention them, but internally, she probably definitely feels it. I think everybody wants to still be able to experience a family at some point in time because it's still a beautiful thing. But is it for everybody? No, it's not gonna be for everybody. Some people not meant to have families, and it's okay. You just got to know what side of the fence you want to be on and make the decision that's best for you. One size don't fit all. So you got to find out the size that you are, and then you have to wear that shoe. I'm gonna make sure I have this linked in the description so y'all can watch it in its entirety. Y'all already know Truth After Dark, Paul P and Azar. Definitely always rock with them. I appreciate their perspective and content. It's starting to get more comical than anything. They still have a few pieces in there where it's like, you can kind of take some gems out, but it's definitely be more comical than anything now. But make sure y'all like the video, comment below. This is your guy JayBReacts, and until next time, y'all, peace.